At any rate, John, that last transmission that you made, you came up considerably, and I was hearing you real well. Go ahead and pick it up. K5AST.
All right, Scott, this is M5CFB operating from the McDonald Observatory in Fort Davis. And Bill, I heard you in there just fine, but Scott, Fred, and Chuck, all you guys are just booming in over here, not a problem copying anybody. And I can relate to the bees thing, Scott. You know, I was having an issue with those little guys night before last at my operating position. So I came armed with a can of wasp spray tonight, but fortunately I didn't need it when I was setting up today. And Scott, what time does the Cowboys game start? Over.
It's going to start at 7:20 is what the TV guide says.
Yeah, Roger. Well, it'll be on when I get back over to the hotel, so I can start catching it. And I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Chuck, K5QZQ in San Angelo. This November 5, Charlie Foxtrot Bravo.
Okay, John, very good. On that buddy pool vertical. All right. I keep asking myself, do I need to go buy a buddy pull or not? You know, but I haven't done it yet. Of course, I'm not doing much remote out in the field radio work as I used to do. I've still got a couple of boxes full of equipment packs ready to go, but they've all got dipoles and so forth packed up in them for field use. So I haven't done any remote work much since I left down there when we used to do field day with the Aries group and so forth and do various setups. But John, your rig there is doing a good job. I'm assuming you're on the 7000 and it's doing a good job there, no problem at all. You're bouncing back and forth between a 20 and between a 10 and a 20. And Scott, your new antenna is doing real well. You're almost 20 over up here too. So whatever it was you did down there, it's working real good. And amazingly enough, Bill, you're a little bit on the weak side tonight. You're usually real strong up here, but I got to tell you tonight, Scott's got you beat for some reason. I don't know why that is, but maybe it's just band conditions. It's hard to say. But other than that, everybody else is good up here. I need to run over to 73 for a minute and just check in with those guys, and I'll be back. But everything here is quiet. Been a beautiful day in the city. We went to a benefit barbecue for a little kid here who's got cancer this afternoon, and been at that most of the afternoon, and that's about it. So came home and took a practice nap. And I'm going to come out here and play radio for a little while. So, Bill, I'll send it to you. And you can, I don't know where you want to go with it, back to Fred maybe, but I'm going to run over to 73 for a minute and check in over there, and I'll be right back. And you guys see if Fuzzy Bill doesn't join us. He was supposed to be working on that Mosley to get it up and running, so I don't know if anybody's heard from him or not, but be interesting to see how that thing's working. Anyway, Bill, go ahead and pick it up, and we'll go around from there. So AF5JD, K5QZQ in the group. Okay, be back shortly.
Yeah, okay, Chuck. K5QZQ in the group, AF5JD. A little bit hoarse. I guess I need a cup of coffee. I've been working, making like a carpenter, building me some more work tables to put out here in the workshop. When I started working on all this stuff for Chuck, DOU, I have had stuff piled on top of stuff, and I think it's about time I started cleaning up the mess and starting acting like a professional. Oh well. I'm just about through, Fred, with all that stuff I've been working on. Do have the SB104 in here now, and I haven't experienced any of the frequency jumping or anything you described, but do have some of the segments on the display tubes flaking out. LEDs, but that's a, major job. But it's right up my alley. I used to design displays. But anyway, we'll see what develops. I'm just going to cook it for a while. And other than that, I guess everything else is fixed and either sold or ready to be sold, except for the stuff we're junking. So, anyway, it's going to be nice to get back on something besides radios, I guess, for a change. Well, I talked long enough. Anybody's going to join us? It's now 7 o'clock. Maybe they're ready to break in here. So, back to you, Fred, and anybody wants to break in. It's AF5JD.
AF5JD in the group, W9NUQ. W9NUQ, Boyd here.
Yeah, good evening, Boyd. W9NUQ, K5TDC. Well, we'll put you in the rotation right after Bill. Then you can give it back to me, and then we're going to ship it on from there. W9NUQ, K5TDC. It's good to see you Friday morning.
Oh, yeah, it was really good. I enjoyed that a lot. Go ahead with the rotation. Who else?
Well, we've got Scott, Dripping Springs, K5AST, and Chuck, K5QZQ. And joining us from Fort Davis tonight is John, N5CFB, operating portable at the Fort Davis Park. So that's who's in here, boy. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, fine. Well, I don't want to hog it too much here. We're operating from Wimberley today with the 80-meter dipole and the 991. So you're all coming in good, although, Bill, I have to say, Bill, you were much louder last week when I was 200 miles away. It's strange the way this stuff works. So, TDC, take it back and go whoever you want. W9NUQ.
Yeah, fine, Boyd. Well, let me drag my feet here a second. Anybody else who join us?
Whiskey Baker 5, Zulu Mike Zulu.
Hey, Frank, WB5ZMZ. Plastitas, New Mexico, K5TDC. And very, very sorry to hear about your sister-in-law, Frank. Frank, go ahead and make one and give it back to me. And are you copying John Portable at Fort Davis? Over.
Thanks much, Fred. Negative. I can hear him, but I can't read him at all. Pam took off actually early this morning, and she's in San Antonio now and getting together with her brother and sister-in-law. And they were up in Joplin, Missouri. When they got the call, they had already been on their way back to Wisconsin after putting Jennifer up in a home, getting her all squared away, and they spent overnight in Texas and Ennis, and then went up to Joplin, got the call, and had to come back 600 miles. So I talked to them this morning. They were back in San Antonio. Pam arrived there this afternoon about 4 o'clock Central Time. So hopefully they can get all the stuff squared away. No, I can't read John at all. I'll tell you, I'll give you a quick report, the rundown here, what I was listening, reading the mail. Scott in Dripping Springs is a good +5 over. Floyd there in Houston, I guess, NUQ is 5x9. Let's see, we've got Chuck, of course. He's a good +10. He and you, Fred, are always the strongest, and you're about equal this evening. Both good signals, great signals. I was wondering where his honor is, old Mac. Wonder if he ever gets back on. Never have heard from him for over 2 months. Let's see, I think that's about all that I've been able to read so far. Well, Bill in Wembley, I can't read him either. So that's kind of the lineup. Fred, I'm going to go ahead and swing it back to you. K5TDC to take it in the group. Here is Whiskey Baker 5, Zulu Mike Zulu. Go ahead, Fred.
Okay, Frank. And again, sorry, Jan and I both pass on our regards to you and your wife and family there. Well, it's good to hear you coming in. A nice signal here tonight. You're running about 15 over 9. And John, are you able to copy Frank okay?
Fred, tell Frank hello for me, and I'm copying him here at the observatory at 10 over. Good, clear copy.
Okay, very good. Frank, John is copying you at the observatory at Fort Davis at 10 over. So you're doing a good job there, but he's just not able to get you, John, unfortunately, or Bill. All right, it goes over to Scott, K5AST. I know you're getting ready to go to the ball game, K5TDC. Yeah, he might have gone to the ball game. Scott, did you leave us? I think he went to the ball game. K5QGQ to take it. K5TDC. Go ahead, Chuck.
All right, Fred, very good. K5TDC, K5QZQ, San Angelo. Yeah, I just went over and invited some of the guys on the 73 on the Texas Traffic Net to come down and join us here. I don't know if any of them will show up or not, but we'll see. Let me put my glasses back on here. I'm hearing NUQ pretty well tonight for a change, and Boyd and Frank up in Albuquerque as usual. I'm hearing Frank real well tonight. So things are, things are pretty good shape. I think the band's getting a little better, getting a little longer, and the signal levels are coming up. So I'm hearing everybody good tonight. I think the one with the biggest improvement so far is probably Scott, AST. He's considerably stronger this week than he has been in the past. So I guess that's a good thing. Whatever you did with that antenna, Scott, it's working well. John, your signal's great. I think for the buddy pull for what you're doing is good. I'd be curious to see how the NVIS does. I don't know how long you're going to be there, if you're going to be around tomorrow night or not, or when you have to go back into the big city. By the way, I'm sure you don't miss the traffic. It was a nightmare when I left. I had to drive the Mopac up to 183 and back, and I think it took an hour. It was unbelievable. I just don't know how I ever did it all those years down in Austin of fighting that traffic, but I'm glad to be out of there, I'll tell you. And I got to go back next week for a couple days, so I'll see you then, John. I'm not sure where we want to go with the rotation, Fred. So I'm going to go back to where I left off with the rotation. Let's see here. I think Bill is probably where I left off when before Boyd and before Frank showed up. So I don't know. I'll go back to Bill and we'll sort it out from there. So AF5JD, K5QZQ.
Yeah, okay, Chuck. K5QZQ, AF5JD in the group. Okay, I'm copying everybody just fine. I don't know. It could be I might need to tune my rig up. It just warmed up at the time I heard you guys talking, and so I haven't even bothered to tune up the finals on it. So it may be losing a little bit there. I think probably it's up to a point too where I probably need to throw a watt meter on the output and just make sure these finals are still good. You know, this is an old radio, and I haven't done any maintenance on it in 3 years. So it could be getting a little on the weak side too. But I've got a new pair of tubes I bought 3 years ago that hopefully are still good up there on the shelf if I need them. But I hope that one of these days I want to have a little bit more power going. I think I'm getting to a point now where I can break away from all this other stuff I'm doing and terminate the 220 I pulled out here to the shop so I can get the linear hooked up and maybe see if that SB220 will give me a little better signal. But right now I'm just having fun playing with all the other toys, and just hadn't had time to, or haven't made the time at least to go ahead and get the 220 hooked up. Well, I don't, have anything earth-shattering as usual. Just got to do something, I guess, to clutter up the airwaves, and so I'm trying to do a good job of it. Go back to you, Boyd. W9NUQ, this AF5JD.
AF5JD in the group, W9NUQ. Okay. Well, everybody's coming in pretty good. Bill, you're a little lower, but I copy everybody well. Chuck out in San Angelo, you're booming in here. I guess it's just the right distance. I am in Wimberley, near Wimberley, about 5 miles east of Wimberley, between Wimberley and Kyle. And so operating from my son's house, so I guess technically portable. And adjusted my antenna a little bit. I had SWR today, so I have about a 75-foot cable up to the dipole, and I trimmed the dipole from 64 feet down to 61 feet, and that seemed to help us, the lower end of the band. It just seemed to help a little bit more. I was evidently a little bit too long, and then I changed a line that comes from the outside of the house to the inside of the house. I had about a 15-foot piece of coax. I put about a 10-foot piece on, and magically that pretty much changed the SWR. Isn't that crazy? You'd think coax wouldn't make that much difference to a dipole antenna, but the length of coax to a dipole can change your SWR, I guess. So anyway, we're running the Yaesu FT991, about 100 watts, to a 80-meter dipole, 61 feet on each side. 61 feet, 6 inches to be exact on each side. So it's always fun playing with antennas. Enjoying beating the ones here in town that were out at AA6 RKs on Friday. That was just great, tremendous, nice occasion. Fred, back to you, because we're a little bit out of order here, but K5TDC in the group, W9NUQ.
Yeah, very good. Well, we'll just shake it up a little bit and keep things going here. John, over to you, N5CFB, and you give it back to me, K5TDC, over.
Okay, Fred, this is N5CFB, and Boyd, I wanted to tell you, I'm actually copying you better out here in Fall West Texas than I usually do there in Buda, but hearing you quite well. And Chuck, as far as the buddy pole NVIS is concerned, I'm not going to be able to configure that thing this evening, because as we lose light here at this location, it gets quite dark, and I've got to break this down pretty quickly once I start losing light. And this will be my last opportunity as far as my itinerary permits for operating HF, unless some other little window opens up. So I'd be curious myself to see how we do on NVIS, and I suspect we could do pretty good based on some earlier tests. So with that being said, guys, I got to tell you, I've got one heck of a vista out here in front of me, and if you haven't been to this region of Texas, you need to try to pay it a visit. So I'll throw it back to Fred there, K5TDC. This is N5CFB.
Okay, John, you're going to go ahead and break it down and sign, over?
Negative, not yet. I still got some light left, but once it really starts getting dark out here, or right before that point, I've got to start pulling up some stakes.
Okay, we'll keep you in there. And Frank, over to you, WB5ZMZ, K5TDC in the group, and then give it back to me, Frank.
Roger, Fred. Yeah. I heard John. John did come up a little bit. I was getting about every second or third word there this last go-around. And also Floyd, let's see. Yeah, Floyd, I didn't realize he wasn't in Houston. He's real close to Wimberley. He came up also, so sounding good. I'm not going to stick in here too long. I did want to make a comment to Chuck. I looked up the double bazooka, and it looks to me like it's a folded dipole with 2 quarter wave stubs, one on each end, and I guess it's fed with coax cable. So you might when you turn it back to Chuck, I don't know if he's monitoring this, to see if that's a Roger on that or not. And I'm not going to hold it very long. Just got a phone call from Pam. Want to give her a phone call back, see what's going on there. So with that, I'll say my 73s and pass it on to you there, Fred, and perhaps Chuck can make a comment on my observation of a double bazooka. K5TDC in the group, here is Whiskey Baker 5, Zulu Mike Zulu, 73s, Fred.
Okay, Frank, very good. And Chuck, were you copying him?
Yes, sir, Fred, hear him fine. Frank, you're absolutely right. And if you're one of those guys that's electrical types, and believe it or not, there's a bunch of hams that are not. So, it used to be in the old days, everybody that was in this business was an electrical type and kind of understood some theory. But I've run across so many new people that don't. I usually have to ask. But sounds like you're one of those that do. And so if you've looked at a drawing of the double bazooka, or if you've gone in and done any research on it online here, it looks like a giant short. The whole thing looks like a giant short circuit. How it works is beyond me, but I've been using it now for 7 or 8 years, and the same one for 7 or 8 years, both in Austin and here in San Angelo, and it's just worked outstanding, as you yourself can see, because that's what I'm on now. So I think for $140 or $150, whatever they charge for them at International Antennas, is probably well worth the money. If you get 10 years out of an antenna, I think that's pretty good, and I'm getting close to that, so I'm going to stick with it. I want to try to put something up for 40 so that I can talk to some folks in Colorado Springs, and I want to see how I do with John on 40, and maybe this group may want to try 40 and see how we all do on 40 at some point. So I may take the double bazooka down and put up a dual band, what's called a CCD, Charlie Delta antenna. They've quit making them, I found out from Gene down there in Wimberley, WA5PAX. He tried to buy a new one for his that was damaged and found out they were out of business. But he swears by the antenna, so I bought one several years ago, and I've got it sitting in a box out here in the trailer, so the first chance I get, I'm going to take the double bazooka down, put the CCD up, and try it for a while and see if we can do 40 and 80 and see if it performs as well as it does on 80 here. So with that, yes, the answer is yes, Frank, and I like it. I'm really happy with it. I've never had a problem, and it always seems to punch through no matter what. And like the rest of these guys here, I'm only running 100 watts. I've got a 746 Pro here I'm using, and it's only putting out 100 watts. I have yet to unpack all the big radios in the house. They're still sitting in boxes. I've got an ICOM 7000 and a PW1 KW amplifier and a 9100, and I don't even remember what all is in there, but there's a whole stack of boxes in there with power supplies and so forth that are all for the new station that I have yet to build when I start putting up towers and so on and so forth. So I'm really looking forward to that day. All right, with that, back to, let's see here. John, I guess you're going to break it down pretty quick, but give me again, were you going to be able to make it again tomorrow night or not? Go ahead, John. N5 CFBK5 QZQ.
Well, before you take that old big strapper, John, and give him the choke, I think you guys ought to check in, see if anybody else wants to join in here. November 5, Lima, November, Oscar. QZQ, you must have been used to being a hammer or something, AM guy. I tell you, boy, you. Oh man, I'm just messing with you. It's good to hear you, brother. John and everybody else out there just got off that lift and just saw a beautiful sunshine up about 50 feet high, and we're about got everything straightened out over here on my situation. So, John, I'll give it back to you there. It's good to hear you. I hadn't heard you yet. I just got in the radio room and tuned it up and heard you guys on there. So, N5 CFB and the group, whoever else might be in there, or QZQ, he was in there when I jumped in the seat. So, I'll give it back to you there, Brother John. John. I'm glad to see you made it back safe. I think that's probably where you're at back home. The N5LNO.
N5LNO, this is N5CFB. D copy?
Oh, yeah, I got what they call an armchair copy.
Yeah, Roger, I'm actually at the McDonald Observatory in Fort Davis still, Larry.
Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't know. I thought maybe that was just a weekend trip, but, well, cool beans, man. That doesn't surprise me to hear you. It doesn't surprise me to hear you, because we had a good copy on you in the Mobile.
Yeah, Roger, that worked out pretty well. And Chuck, in answer to your question, after tonight, I don't think I'm going to have any more opportunities to operate in the evenings. So this may be my last time operating HF unless another window opens. You copy, Chuck?
Yeah, Roger, John. Okay. Well, you're up to 20 over here on that antenna, so I'll be around every night. If you're going to get an opportunity, shoot me a text and I'll meet you here. Let me pass it back around. Let's see here. After Larry, let's pass it around to Fred and see where Fred wants to go. We got Scott and Boyd here standing by also, Larry. So let's see what Fred wants to do with the rotation here. I've sort of lost track here. K5 TDC, Fred. Boy, it's been a tough day when you can't remember your own call sign. K5 QZQ on San Angelo. Go ahead, Fred.
NPC. Yeah, Hubert, stand by a second, and we'll get back with you. Frank, I know you're wanting to sign. Did that answer your question about the antenna? Over? Oh, I think he's gone. So WB5ZMZ signing, and hello to you, Hubert, and hello also to Larry. Good to hear you. So, Hubert, why don't you make one and give it back to me, and I'll pass it down to a couple guys here in Wimberley. KC5MPC, San Angelo, K5 TDC.
All right, Freddie, I'm going to be one and done, in and out, so I can get checked into the traffic net. But anyway, just wanted to wave a hand at you guys. Everybody's sounding good over here in San Angelo on top of the hill. So take it away. I don't have a whole lot to do. Just been real busy, and try to get back in here more often. 7-3 KC5 NPC.
Okay, you were very good. Boyd, it's your turn, and then you can give it to Bill, W9NUQ, K5 TDC.
Okay, K5 TDC in the group, W9NUQ. Somebody else broke in. Let me stand by for him. Somebody else, go ahead.
This W85 PAX, I just wanted to get in here and make sure I say good evening to QZQ and John. John, you got a real good signal in here, and let me get on the let me back out of here and let me wait my turn. It's W85 PX.
Okay, Gene, W85 PAX in the group, W9NUQ. You've got a good signal here in the Wimberley. I'm probably 10 miles from you. Between Wimberley and Kyle, Gene. Temporary, as I've talked to you before, visiting my son here. And, okay, on all the antennas. Boy, it's fun to talk about the antennas. I've never tried the bazooka, and I've never tried that other kind. I've been pretty much a dipole or a G5 RVer. And so I'm sort of limited in my antenna knowledge. But it's fun to be able to mess around with them. I am also running just 100 watts here. It's amazing what we can do, isn't it? I don't hear the fellow in Fort Davis very well at all, CFB, very weak at my location. So back to you, Fred, K5 TDC in the group, W9NUQ.
Yeah, very good, Boyd. And before John goes, let me turn it back to him. John, you'll make some comments now before you take that antenna down. Go ahead.
Yeah, roger that, Fred. Thanks for giving it back to me, because I do need to start breaking this down. But I want to say thanks to all you guys that I had a QSO with this evening. It's really exciting talking back that way to everyone. And Gene, nice to hear you in there. Everybody
everybody's signal has come up, which is not surprising as the sun's going down here, but it sure made this trip a lot more fun being able to talk back to some familiar voices over there. So I'm gonna say 73. Gonna start breaking this thing down. I still got a couple of days left out in this area, and I'm gonna be out in the land of no cell phone coverage for a couple of days. So I'll talk to all of you when I get back. 73 to all. November 5, Charlie Foxtrot Bravo from McDonald Observatory in Fort Davis.
Okay, John, good night to you, and take care out there. We'll look forward to talking to you when you get back to town. Bill, it's your turn, and then give it to Gene.
Yeah, okay, it's AF5JD. Oh, well, I don't have a heck of a lot. I know Gene is anxious to get his CCD going, I guess. I don't know. If you ever get that thing going, Gene, let's see what it does. It's got my interest, but I think what I really need to do is to this shortened dipole I got. I need to take it down and reverse the wiring on it. I've got it put up backwards. I don't know. Wouldn't think I'd want to put it up, but I got the leads that should be next to the coax, actually at the end of the dipole. So I've got it just reversed. It might put out a little bit better signal, I guess, if I can increase the efficiency of it. And support, according to all the charts and calculations I've done, I've actually got about the lowest efficiency you can get with it, the way I put it up. But you know how it is when you get in a hurry and not paying any attention, especially also whenever you got a lot of cobwebs upstairs that take a little time to break through. Anyway, okay, doggone it, talk about cobwebs. Oh, yeah, Gene, okay. I'm trying to figure out who's in the rotation now. Go ahead, pick her up, Gene, WA5PAX, AF5JD.
Okay there, Bill, and the group. It's WA5PAX. Well, I appreciate the input the other day. We kind of had the CCD on the hot and heavy there on the front ringer there. But finally got me, right now, I still have the 160, the 80 meters, and the 40 meters up. So they're just a basic wire antenna. I'm not bragging about them. The noise, the bass noise is so high on them regular wire antennas, and I really got spoiled, I guess, on that CCD. We'll get it going again. My deal is I got more options than I should have. If I had one option just to work on what I had, I would be in fine shape. But I've got the CCD with the older capacitors I had outside working properly. And then I've got extra boards. I come up with extra boards, no capacitors. And then I kind of wanted to do a little reverse engineering on that antenna, trying to actually take care of the weaknesses of it and get it to where I won't have any trouble out of it. But that's right now on the back burner. But we'll get there. I want to get down. Thank you for the input there, Bill, on the Mauser deal. I guarantee you they have a nice long list of capacitors to play with there. So I almost ordered it. We're going to get there. But at any rate, Mr. QZQ in San Angelo, I want to kind of try to find out what particular day you're coming down or how long you're going to be here when you show up. This WA5 PAX back to net control.
Okay, Gene, and Larry, it's your turn, and give it up to QZQ in San Angelo.
Well, I think I'll go ahead and give it to QZQ right now and let him answer Gene's deal. Let them two guys talk, and then QZQ can give it back to me. 10-5 LMO over to QZQ. Go ahead there.
Okay, Larry, N5 LMO, K5 QZQ in San Angelo. Gene, I'll be down there the 7th and the 8th right now, the way it looks, and it might drag out one more day, I hope not, but the 7th and 8th is the way it's looking right now. I'm glad to know you haven't given up on the CCD, proposition there. I'm thinking seriously about taking down the double bazooka, as you heard me telling Frank up in Albuquerque, and putting the CCD up so that I can do 40 and 80, because this double bazooka is strictly for 40. And I've had very bad luck trying to use it outside the band. If I use it for what it was designed for and where I got it tuned for, as you guys all know, it works very, very well here. But you get it someplace else, and it just it does all kinds of crazy things. So it's a 80-meter antenna, and that's what I use it for. So I'm looking forward to being able to try something else. So Gina, I'm going to try to get the CCD up in the next probably when I get back from Austin the next trip, which will be in a little over a week from now. And I'll have a little more time then and kind of be caught up with the projects. We're still finishing up a few things that need to be done at the store and so forth, and we're trying to clean that mess up a little bit. Got the manager in school, got a new manager, and by the way, his name is Dennis if you go by the store. And he's training up. He's been with me 5 years. You'll recognize him when you walk in the door, but he's now the new manager, and he's trying to get trained up to speed on all the computers and so on and so forth, so you'll see him there. And once we get that little project tied up, then we're going to be pretty well free for the rest of the year, with the exception of all the work we got to do up here. I'm still out on the Bobcat almost every day when the wind's not blowing real hard, grubbing up brush and cedar and getting rid of some of the trash brush off of the property and put up into a big pile so that I can get rid of it. And that's about what's going on up here. John, it was great hearing you. I'm assuming you've shut down by now and you're probably taking your antenna down, but look forward to talking to you when I get down to Austin. Maybe we can do dinner again. Gene, you might be able to join us if you're going to be free. Anybody else that would like to, of course, down in South Austin, we try to get together and have a little dinner. So, Larry, let me give it back to you and take a round, and that's about all I got. So I'm about ready to check out here. Nothing else going on. It's a nice day and it's quiet, and when there's nothing going on, that's a good thing. So, with that, N5 LMO, K5 QZQ San Angelo. Go ahead.
All right, KZ5 QZQ, you got it pretty close. It's Lima November, Oscar. A low noise oscillator. One of those things that these young guys don't have any idea what the heck is a low noise oscillator. But anyway, man, I tell you what, I am just so glad I jumped in here, got off that lift, and I don't have any idea what antenna I'm on. It was just the one when I switched to that switch, and the yoke came in a little stronger, so I loaded it up. I've been working my little butt off trying to get all that stuff straightened out up on that tower. Gene knows all about it. Like I say, I know I'm not on my double bazooka. It for 40. It ain't working even on 40. I have my analyzer up there. Ain't no working, so gonna have to redo that one. My 410-foot MTED, it's gone berserk. So I imagine I'm on that 160 center fed is what I'm on right now. But if y'all are hearing me, who cares, right? It don't matter. But I know Gene, after Tuesday, I'm going to be over at K5YPY's house, stack up 40-foot tower, stick a mast in there, stab that rotor in there. I may go ahead and mount his diamond dual band first in his beam. That big crazy sucker, K5YPY, moved from Alvin, Texas over to Canyon Lake. And he's got a 32-foot long, 2-meter beam. Man, I told him, I said, I'll tell you what, I'll do all this for you, but if you ever point that 32-foot, on sideband over at my house, I'm gonna come over and put a bullet through the whole thing. I'm gonna shoot coaxes. But anyway, we got all that to do Tuesday. Get him back online from down in Alvin. And sorry I didn't make the breakfast Friday. Been busier than a one-legged guy in a book kicking contest. Trying to get all my stuff done. Scott, K5AST stuff done. And got two more guys over here that all I can do is put fire under their tail. They both got towers already. They've accumulated the towers last month. And I can't seem to get them motivated to get the dadgum holes dug. So, man, I tell you, I was just sitting here just rattling all this stuff off. And what a blessing it is to be just so involved in ham radio and helping these guys and doing the things that we're doing. I mean, if there was a job opportunity there for me to be able to just travel and do ham radio, bless ham radio guys, and put antennas up and give advice on this and that. And, I mean, what a glorious time that would be. I mean, I would be on the top of the world. But we all know that don't work that way. In most cases. But Gene, QZQ, and my brother over there in Wimberley, and whoever else might be in here. God bless you. N5 LNO back to net control.
Boyd, it's your turn. Go ahead.
Okay, hello, the group W9NUQ. Boy, I could barely read Larry there. Just playing around with my noise reduction and so forth. Not enough to really get a good signal. Everybody else I can copy, but Larry and then John down in Fort Davis, I couldn't copy him very well either. But that's okay. That's the way it is here on this band at this evening. And always interesting listening to the fellows talk about their antennas and stuff. My aim is to have a more permanent antenna here, and I'd like to get it up a little higher. Fred, we sort of shoot right across the hilltop to your place. I'm up real high here also. So I don't have much more. I'll listen around another time, and back to you, Fred. K5. And Fred, you might just comment on my audio. I know you've got a pretty good receiver there with the Flex. And is it looking okay? K5 TDC in the group, W9NUQ.
Yeah, Boyd, it looks okay. It sounds great. So you're doing a good job with it, over.
Okay, fine. I'm going to leave these default settings as they are.
Yeah, I think you can be pleased with that. I didn't want to leave out Hubert. Hubert, are you still in here from San Angelo? I think he was in and out. Well, I'm going to go out of here, too. I got the dinner call. So I'm going to wrap it up here on this end. And, Bill, it's your turn. AM5JD. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Well, I don't have a whole heck of a lot. I guess Tuesday morning, I'd like to chat a little bit about this SB104. Fred, you said you knew some problems with it. I haven't had any problems with it other than some segments being bad on the display. But I keep poking around. It says last of the Mohicans. I'd like to go ahead and get it flanged up. And if you got any ideas, think about it and let me know. Because apparently you were familiar with some problems on it. Other than that, I guess I need to back out of here too and go get all the sawdust off of me. I've been sawing up a bunch of boards. I'm trying to get this workshop where it's a little more usable. When I built the trusses, I went with double 2x4s and really made them stout so that I could possibly store stuff back up in this high-pitched roof I put on it. And so I've been cutting up plywood and moving stuff up and trying to get this place situated. When I started bringing all this junk over here from Chuck's house, I need to bail out, go get a shower, and have some supper. So 653s to everybody, and we'll be listening around for everyone's final. So back to you there, Fred. K5 TDC, CF5JD.
Yeah, very good, Bill. Well, I'm going to wrap it up here in a second, but over to you, Gene. It's your turn. WA5PAX, take it.
Yeah, Fred, good to hear you, sir, and everyone else there on the frequency. Fred, right quick, how is my audio? Is it distorted still? I've been working on it. It was distorted for quite a while there, and I'm trying to get it to where it sounds a little better.
Gosh, it sounds great, Gene, to me. It's maybe just a shade on the low side, but no problems.
Okay, is that any better as far as the low side? I did back it off a whole lot, trying to get the distortion out.
Well, it looks good on the flex here, and it sounds great to me. Over.
Okay, well, I appreciate it there, and definitely good to hear from you. We've been out of pocket for quite a while, and I finally got here at the right time tonight, and all like that. And I'll try to get in here a little more often there, Fred, and appreciate you holding the net there, sir.
Yeah, sure good to hear you. And the rig's doing okay for you there, no problem at all. And, I'm going to do this. I'm going to open it up to Larry, you take it, and I'm going to wrap it up on this end. And anybody else who wants to make comments, they can. N5LNO, K5TDC. Go ahead, Larry. I think they're all going to the ball game. So, Boyd, I'm going to sign. You got any more comments?
No more. Thank you for everything, and we'll see you. We'll probably be checking in from Wimberley or from Kingwood next time. Might see you Tuesday morning. 7-3.
Yeah, very good. Chuck, K5QZQ. Go ahead and make one.
Okay, very good, Fred. Thank you. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to call it a night here. I just had one question for Gene. WA5PAX, Gene, what bandwidth filter are you using on transmit? Do you know, are you using a 7600, and are you using a 2.4, 2.8, or do you know where you've got it set at? Go ahead.
Let me get my glasses on, and I'll check it out there. I've been playing around with that, but who knows, can't quite see what it is right now. Just a second there. And by the way, Chuck, I want to talk to you before you put that CCD antenna up. Looks like it's at 3.0K. 3.0K.
Okay. Is it convenient for you to turn it down to 2.8 or 2.4? I've got a switch that allows me to do that on the 746, and I discovered that after talking with several different people that the 2.4 turned out to be the best sounding bandwidth filter. I just wondered, you do sound a little bassy, you sound a little, like Fred said, a little on the low side, so I just wondered, can you conveniently, without a lot of effort, can you bring the bandwidth up to 2.8 or 2.4?
This is Whiskey Alpha 5, Papa Alpha X-Ray, on 2.4K. 2.4K, this WA5PAX, Whiskey Alpha 5, Papa Alpha X-Ray.
Okay, very good. I got to be real honest with you. That sounds exactly like you sound on the 440. You sound just like yourself, just like you do on the telephone with the 2.4.
I appreciate it there, sir. I've been kind of playing around with this, and I was even going to the point to hook up another HF receiver to listen to myself, put some headphones on the other receiver, and just do a little talking there. But I appreciate the input there. That takes care of a lot real quick. But, hey, by the way, I definitely want to talk to you before you put that CCD up. I'm going to give you a few hints there, some little inputs there that'll help you out with it.
Okay, very good. We can talk about that when I come down. Let me show you the difference here. Gene, this is the 2.4. That's a 1.8, I believe it is. And this is the 2.8. This is the 2.8 here. and this is back to the 2.4, so it'll kind of give you an idea of what we're dealing with.
Roger, Roger. I appreciate it there, sir. It's just this whole thing here. It's a 756 Pro, and it's got more buttons on it than my brain can remember.
Okay, could you tell the difference when I was changing the bandwidth filter?
Definitely, Roger, Roger.
Okay, well, the 2.4 is the one that everybody tells me sounds the best, and you sound much, much better on the 2.4 than you do in the 3.0.
Chuck, I appreciate it a lot. I've actually even gotten the book out. I haven't read it yet, but I wanted to get the book out and start reading on it to see, get a little information there, and appreciate the input there and the speedy correction over.
Well, and it did not change your signal level. You're still right at 20 over up here. Everybody is fluctuating a little bit tonight with the band, I guess, is fluctuating some, but you're still, even on the low side, you're still close to 20 over up here, so you're right around 20 over all the time. Everybody else is too. The only guy that was a little bit low tonight was Bill. Bill was a little bit low. He's usually a little stronger, and I was a little surprised to hear Bill be on a little bit low tonight. But anyway, well, I'm going to call it a night, guys. 7-3s to everybody, and we'll see. Gene, I'll talk with you when I'm down there next week. And it's working, don't fix it, and I'll talk to you before I get that CCD out of the box, and we'll go from there. So, Fred, thanks for being our net control again tonight. I really appreciate it, and all y'all have a good evening and a good week next week. K5 QZQ in San Angelo. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Chuck. And Bill, I'll see you Tuesday morning. And did you said you have the 104 working?
104 seems to be working okay. I don't see any frequency jumps or anything like that. They've got these contests going, so all I've been doing is listening. I'm not getting into the mess. But I do have some display segments that are flaking out on it, so I don't know if it's going to be saleable with that or not. These cubes are no longer available, so the only way to fix the display is to replace the whole board with an LED display board, which is not all that expensive, but it's a real pain to rewire all that nonsense. So, I don't know if we just keep it working, but I was really concerned about the fact that you said it was jumping frequency.
Well, now, you got to remember, it's been over 4 years since Chuck had that thing on 10 meters, so I was just remembering that he had a lot of trouble with it, getting it on frequency, but maybe it'll be okay, so you never know. But those are problem-prone rigs, as you can well imagine. His kid had a lot of trouble getting that one right. Well, good night, all. Sure good to hear you guys, and I hope everybody had a chance. I shared equally. Let me take one more break. Larry, did you ever come back?
Joe, man, yeah, I'm back in here. I just turned the volume down. I was talking to my buddy K5AST, and he turned everything off watching the Cowboys. You know how that is. Oh, man, we got to love the Cowboys. But anyway, I guess you don't have to. But anyway, Fred, good talking to you, man. Blowing smoke over here. And I tell you what, QZQ, man, I tell you, if anybody's putting any kind of signal, boy, he just made me feel really good. Because Gene, oh my God, I know that cat. Man, I know what that shack's got in it. Ooh, boy, when I can get anywhere close to what the Gene, yeah, because he smokes my receivers. I have to buy one every time I talk to Gene. I don't tell him, but I have to buy another radio. Every time he comes in here, he just knocks the receiver out of it. If not, the speaker goes. But Fred, man, it's really good to hear your voice, and you always stick the needle over to the side, man. Got an awesome station over that way. Everybody does, and it's good to good to jump in here. I'm glad I was able to make it. It's good to hear all you guys. Y'all have a good one, and I didn't make it back in here. And Gene, we'll talk to you later. Tuesday, like I said, I'm going to get old K5YPY. I should get all that done in the day and get back in Tuesday evening. And, buddy, if you ain't got them capacitors and all that stuff on them boards, sounds like you need somebody with a extra soldering iron, and you work on one side of that leg and I'll work on the other side of that leg. You know that I would love to help you get that thing going. I don't want to be anywhere around when you fire it up, but I'd love to help you get it going. So, Fred, thank you, brother. Gene, and the rest of you guys, God bless you. November 5, Lima, November, Oscar.
Okay, Larry, good night to you, and thanks for coming back. Gene, any more comments before we close it down?
86RK.
Yeah, hey, Bob, AA6RK. There's our host. What a wonderful breakfast, and thanks to you and your lovely wife, Bob. Go ahead.
Well, thank you very kindly. I appreciate your comment. I'm sorry I'm real late getting on here. I was kind of playing around with the rig. It looks like I got a little bit of a loose connection back here. Running the Harris with 500 watts up to that vertical antenna, and it was great having everybody over here. We really had a good time, and we're already talking about doing it again next year.
Yeah, very good, and nice to hear the Harris with the amplifier going. You can hear it in the background, Bob.
Well, that's wonderful. Yeah, it's the fans are blowing. And anyway, it took us a day to kind of recover a little bit, but we sure had a good time having everybody over here.
Yeah, and thank your wife for those wonderful blueberry pancakes, over.
Yeah, those are something else, aren't they? Yeah, she knows, I don't know how I stay so skinny, but I have to keep telling her, no, I'm not going to eat anything today for lunch. But she's a great cook.
You're quite lucky. Lovely lady. It was nice to see everybody there at your QTH on Friday morning. So we'll look forward to maybe doing it again sometime. And we had a nice group here tonight, about 10 people. So anybody else with comments? Gene, did you have any other comments, over?
Okay, I don't have any more comments. Do you think my audio level is up sufficient enough at this time, or should I give a little more audio?
Well, I think it sounds fine. It's a little bit, if I had any comment at all, looking at it here on the screen, it's a little on the low frequency side, like you could use some more highs in your microphone, Gene, over.
Okay, I'll look into that. This thing is programmable. I'll have to get the book out, but I understand and I appreciate it, and I don't think there's any more comments. And again, Fred, thanks for everything, and thank you for hanging in there a little longer there. I know you got a call a while ago, but good evening, sir, and we'll catch you later, I hope.
Yeah, very good. I know you're copying Bob, AA6RK, over in River Oak, southwest of Wimberley. So, Bob, you say hello to Gene?
Yeah, hey, Gene, how you doing over there? I'm just hanging out here a little bit and fired up the Harris with the amplifier chasing it, 500 watts or so, and to a vertical, and you sound great over there, Gene. Go ahead.
Well, Bob, you always sound good as far as that goes, and it's sounding good tonight, too, also. Well, good to hear you from you. I need to kind of get things squared away around here and get some of these grandkids out of my hair where I can try to see y'all down there at breakfast more often. Definitely good to hear from you, and I'm going to go ahead and bail out, I think, and y'all guys take care, and Fred, again, thanks for everything.
Yeah, very good. And Bob, I was really impressed with your station there and that wonderful old equipment. It's really nice to see it all up and functional like that. That makes a really nice station. I know you enjoy using it, and I hope the Harris that I gave you gives you some good service, over.
Well, I haven't really run it too much for QSOs, but it is working. And this is the old guy
that I bought from Mac years ago, and he shipped it out to California. Now here he is back again, and it just turns out that it seems like the cable that runs from the transceiver to the amplifier is a little loose or something a little haywire there. So there's another thing to go after. Always something, you know, with these rigs. So many wires and connections, there's always something going on. But we really, I have to tell you, my wife and I had a wonderful time visiting with all of you, and so much that I think we're going to try to make it an annual event. And everybody seemed to have enjoyed themselves. I hope they had enough to eat. And it was just fun getting together and having a little more time together.
Well, there was more than enough to eat, that's for sure. And are you running the clip function, the CLIP clip function now?
No, I don't. I'm not familiar with that, actually.
Yeah, over there, one of those on the touch screens, you can turn the speech processor on, over.
Okay, well, I have to kind of investigate that at some point. But right now, it's when I talk, it's pushing out full power here from the transceiver.
Yeah, most of those were run in the actual operation with the clip on. So you'll see it over there. You just push a little arrow up and hit once. It'll say clip, and it puts 6 dB of speech processing in, Bob.
Oh, cool. All right, well, I'll thank you for that tip. I'll check that out.
Yeah, those radios were run that way. I know that for a fact. The Mars guys have briefed me because, you know, a lot of them used to use that radio. Boyd, are you still on board?
Yeah, and I just want to say, Bob, this is Boyd, W9NUQ. Just call it the pancake breakfast. That would just be fine with me. Everything was delicious, and I appreciate it very, very much. Seeing that station really makes us guys with 100 watts and a wire a little envious. But it's really neat seeing it, and got to be real proud of it. And thank your wife again. W9NUQ.
Well, Boyd, thank you very kindly. I appreciate your comments, and I somehow or another lucked out and married a special lady. Somehow I think that when I moved to Sacramento, it was fate that I met her there, and she is a great cook. There's no question about it. If you get her working with bakery goods, you're in for trouble.
Understand. Well, thank you, and enjoyed it.
Well, thank you, Boyd. I appreciate it, and you're welcome over here anytime.
Yeah, we'll probably see you Tuesday morning, Boyd. And Bill, any more comments?
No, I think I'm ready to go blow some of the sauna and get a good shower.
Yeah, I hear you. I've been working out in the yard here some today, so I'm a mess myself. So take care, everybody.